Hey guys, welcome to HRL Season 5. This is going to be Wildcard Round 2. We got Kitty Hawk GP racers on the screen right now. Going to get started up here in just a few moments. There we go, green flag. Pretty close semi-race. Let's see how the actual race goes. Very tight first corner. Basically a 3 wide in the middle right there coming out of it. This next corner is going to be tight as well. Everybody's staying surprisingly clean though. I expected that to be a lot worse, honestly. I expected the first 2 corners of this race to be pretty rough, but honestly all the drivers doing a pretty good job so far. Going to be going up into the neg camber in just a second here. Singling out a little bit towards the front. Back of the field though, still plenty of double wides. Camby is in this, by the way. Camby's here now, so he's trying to get those points. He's trying to not lag out. That's what he's trying to do, actually. He's not even trying to race. He's just trying to not lag out. Or not have his Xbox cheese him, I guess, because it wasn't lag issues. And there's going to be the completion of the first lap. Not so bad so far. Close battle for second between Hunter and Real Deal. I gotta say, Hunter's had a really good wildcard night, actually. He's impressed me a lot throughout the wildcard night. He's had a very nice night so far, and if this performance continues the way he's doing right now, it'll get even better. But Real Deal's going to get the pass on him right there. Hunter's going to fall back to third. That's going to put Real Deal in second, which is great for him. You know he's going to be enjoying that because that gives him a huge advantage on Fireball, who I believe, by the way, could be wrong. I believe he just got hit with lag cheese again. Right away in the start of Moto 1, I think he just got hit with lag cheese again. So this race could be a complete wash already for Fireball, and that's just very unfortunate. This is going to put him in a super rough spot for Moto 2. On the upper hand, he is gonna most likely start up front. You know, he's probably gonna finish in last. I mean, I don't even see him on the track. His lag is so bad. So he's most likely gonna finish last. So on the bright side, he's gonna start first. There he is. He's completely stopped at this moment, trying to fix it. So he's most likely gonna start first for Moto 2. So that's good. But the bad news is that Real Deal, you know, if he continues the way he's going in this moto, he's gonna get a really good points finish. And he is going to have to start a little bit further back in Moto 2, which is going to be a disadvantage for Real Deal, but at the same time, he needs another really good finish. He needs to do well in this first moto. And then in the second moto, he'll have that entire time to work his way up the pack, gain those positions, and possibly compete with Fireball. But this first race being a wash is going to be a huge disadvantage for Fireball. I mean, especially since he's starting up front, he's basically going to have to win next moto to even have a chance, because he had a very realistic chance. But with this lag out, not lag out, but with this lag bad finish, you know, it's going to be very difficult now. He had a very realistic opportunity before. Now it's a lot less realistic, and he's going to have to win next moto to even have a chance. And even then, he still might not get it, depending on how well Real Deal does. So if Real Deal can keep this up for this moto, the bright side for him is that alleviates some of the pressure that he had. You know, it was looking like going into the GP that Real Deal had way more pressure than Fireball would have. Now the turntables, the office reference, and it's going to be different now, because obviously Real Deal, if he can hold out for this finish, I mean, even if he loses that spot to Hunter again, he's still going to be in a really good position as long as he gets a podium to get this now. So tables have turned, and now I would say the pressure is on Fireball, actually, instead of Real Deal. Go through the corner here. Detail with a pretty nice lead, trying to bookend a nice season off with another moto win. Would obviously be huge if he wins this. He gets to 9 moto wins in the season, which is big. That's pretty freaking close to the most moto wins we've ever had in a season. So that would be a really nice achievement to get that 9th. I think he's already second on the list for most moto wins achieved in a season. So he's already there. If he gets 9, he's just going to be further up that... Well, he's not going to be further up the list. He's still going to be second, but he's obviously going to have more of an advantage over anybody in the future that may try to break that record. Record, by the way, set by Luke in Season 4 is 10 moto wins in a season. So that just shows how close detail really is on this particular season. Going through here. Real Deal doing a nice job holding on to second place. Not really gaining too much on detail, but he's keeping a nice gap away from Hunter. Honestly, first through second, and then third as well, they all have pretty similar gaps with each other, so all very, very close to each other. Not on track, but I'm saying that the gaps are very similar, very close gaps. Did I just say it wrong again? Whatever. I wonder what let's see if we get a shot here soon of the top 5. I'm actually watching this top 3 right now. I'm actually interested right now more so in the top 5 because we know this top 3. These guys are pretty consistent. There might be some switches inside the top 3, but those guys I figure will be pretty safe finishing there. All right, so we got, was it Vulcan and Blake? I think it was Vulcan and Blake, 4th and 5th. That's good for Vulcan. Vulcan's trying to... This is another season where... I'll check the points right now. This is another season where Vulcan is possibly going to lose an extra point spot that he would have had a chance at getting if he didn't get so many penalties. So that's what I'm trying to check. Okay, yeah. So Vulcan's in a position where probably won't gain another points position. But he is, at the same time though, he is in a spot where like it would have helped him to have less penalties. So I think that's something for Vulcan to look out for next season. Well, actually not penalties. Well, why am I saying penalties? Quitting. That's what I meant to say. Quitting races, because this was a thing in season 4 where Vulcan had some quits of races and he would have had a better season. Did he not even make the Champ Series? Let me check. Because if he didn't make the Champ Series because of that, that's freaking insane. Let me double check right now. Oh, nice battle on screen, by the way. Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about this. Vulcan. Oh man. In season 4, man, it feels like season 4 was just yesterday. We're about to start season 6. That's crazy. In season 4, Vulcan missed out on a Champ Series spot over Bean because he had so many quit races. I remember this now. There were some races where Vulcan quit, where he would have had more points if he didn't quit those races. And I remember I calculated it before. I don't remember what the exact number is, but I think he would have beat Bean by around... Bean ended up beating him by about 2 points. I think Vulcan would have beat Bean by around 3 to 4 points if he had not quit those races that he didn't need to quit. So that's the real deal saying right there, coming into legitimacy. Don't quit. Like, you never know how much of a difference it's going to make. Don't quit, because if Vulcan doesn't quit in that situation, he gets into the frickin' Champ Series. So that just shows how big it is, too. Even when you're at your lowest moment, even when you're at your worst race, it could potentially benefit you to still keep racing. In fact, it most likely will benefit you to keep racing. And to not quit. So that's just a little lesson there. Don't freaking do it. Don't quit. Not worth it. So yeah, that's just a little story I had to get out there. I still think that's funny. Sorry Vulcan if you're watching this, but I still think that's funny that if he didn't quit races, that he would have had that spot. That's just freaking hilarious to me. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. That's what it would come down to. Oh man. Kind of feel bad in a way, but at the same time, he is the one that quit. Nice little battle there. Was it Opix and Justice, maybe? Oh, no, this is Justice and Camby right here. So that was, those are 2 other people. Opix and Could Be Better, I believe. So the other 2 drivers were battling. Here's Justice and Camby. It's nice that we still got good battles going on somewhere in the track. Like, these last 2 spots battles are actually pretty good, pretty close. So at least they're having a fun race with each other, right? Not really in a tight pack, but at least they're at least they have somebody to battle with. That's always nice. Speaking of Season 6, by the way, Season 6 has got some big changes. I might make a video. Well, I am gonna make a trailer, but in that trailer, I think I'll announce some of the changes. If you're on the Discord, you've already heard some of the announcements. There's gonna be more. I kind of have a little similar to going into Season 5. I have a little layout, like a little schedule on when I want to reveal stuff and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun. We got some new stuff into Season 6. Some new ideas that I think are gonna breathe some fresh life into the league, because for these 3 revival seasons that we've done so far, it's been pretty similar stuff, like pretty similar format. We've pretty much done the same format and very, very similar ideas. We've just kind of expanded on it each season, right? Like we expanded on it a little bit. Added in the semi race in season 4 and the different way of doing heats, and then in season 5 we add in qualifying on top of that. So that's what we've been doing. We've been kind of just like slowly building upon everything for these past couple seasons. And then now in season 6, I decided, instead of just building on what we have, why don't we just do something new, do something different? And that's what we're doing, and I'm really excited about it. I think a lot of racers are going to be excited about season 6 too, because there's a lot of changes that I think they've been wanting for a while. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for season 6. I think these new changes are going to please many of the drivers. Here we go. By the way, white flag lap detail, trying to hold on to that 9th victory of the season. Had a very good race so far, and is coming pretty close now to closing it out. Let's see if he can do it. I guess I'll announce like one little tidbit if you haven't seen this in the Discord. One thing for season 6 is shorter. It's a little bit shorter. It's 2 rounds shorter than the previous like the last 2 seasons that we've done, I believe. Yeah, I believe so. Season 3 was a little bit shorter in general, but this the length of this season is somewhere in between like season 5 and season 3. So the season's a little bit shorter, just a little bit, but by only a difference of about like 2 weeks or so. So it's not that big of a deal, It's not that much shorter. The season from round number 1, detail with the win, by the way, right there. Congrats to him. Real deal with that 2nd place that he needed to do, and Hunter's going to round out the podium. The season from round number 1 to the end of the grand finals is still roughly about a month. About a month. It's roughly about 3 months. That's what I meant to say. This is in my head. I don't know why I said a month. So we're still sticking around that like 3-month a season time frame, and then obviously there's time off and stuff like that. But yeah, next year we plan on doing 3 seasons in a year again. So we'll see how that goes. Hope you guys enjoyed that first Moto with that little season 6 tidbit of information at the end there. Moto 2 final wildcard coming up soon.